Hello, everyone from Rice Podcast. We're here with a special friend that we've known for a while now. And please introduce yourself.
Hey guys, hey Chris, good to see you. Thanks for inviting me for your podcast. My name is Shamrock, they call me in Phuket. I'm from Poland. I've been living in Thailand for 6 years. The first time I came to Phuket was 8 years ago. I've been living in Scotland it's a long story. I don't want to jump too much from one topic to another one, but here we go.
And why Shamrock?
Shamrock, yeah, that's a cool story. So I've been coaching kids in Scotland, football coaching, when I was 26, 27, and my full name is Przemek Wesołowski, but it was difficult for these young kids to say my full name, and they've started calling me Shamrock. And then I was like, oh, it's cool. It's quite catchy, So when I had my personal training business back in Edinburgh in Scotland, I've started as Shamrock coaching, if that makes sense. And now for Thailand, for people in here, I think it's a bit easier also to call me Shamrock than my full name, which is Przemek.
But it's a very cool name, and I didn't even know your real name until now.
Yeah, there we go.
But it's a cool name to have for sure.
Yeah, like a lot of people think, when they come here, oh, he's Irish just because of the Shamrock, the word, but...
Well, that's what I thought in the beginning. I was a bit confused. I was like,
there we go.
Where's he from?
Yeah, but that was a long time ago back in Scotland, and that's how everything kind of started,
So how did you end up in Thailand?
And Thailand, like I said to you before, first time I came here was 8 years ago. Like I always wanted to go to Thailand or Brazil. There was like those two destinations were always kind of in my head. And then I was watching. I remember Phuket top team when they existed before, and they were doing training camps. You could sign up for a month, for 2 months, 3 months, and like before there was mostly like a Phuket top team and Tiger, two most popular gyms on the soil.
Well, there was not a lot more.
Yeah. And then I signed up. I came here for a month, and then end up staying here for almost 3 months. I've been training Muay Thai, doing weights, like all the stuff related to fitness. And then I met the owner from Titan Fitness, and we kind of shared our contact details and stuff. And then I came back to Scotland, and at the time I was running my own little gym called Torque Team. So I was running kickboxing and strength conditioning classes with my good friend Rustam. Hey Rustam, Russian guy, really nice. So two of us, we had a little team. We had about 30 members, some fighters, like competing across not just Scotland but across UK. But then I got the job offer in Titan Fitness as a strength conditioning coach, personal trainer. And I was like, shit, I was like, what should I do? Should I just keep going and like kind of working and doing my thing in there in Edinburgh, or should I come to Thailand? And me and my girlfriend at the time, now fiance, Carla, we decided to, let's go for like, 6 months, maybe a year, see how it is. And now it's been like 6 years now. We're here 7. 6 years.
Well, that's nice. Instead of 6 months, 6 years.
Exactly. Yeah, 6 and 6. Yeah, there we go.
And was it a big change to come to Thailand? Or?
The change, obviously, like I've been here before, so I kind of knew what to expect, and I always wanted to come to Thailand. I thought to myself, if I could just live and work here, and like make a little bit of money and do what I love, which is coaching and training people, would be amazing, and then it was a change at the start. You have to get used to the culture, but again, it's like Thai people are so nice, lovely, and everyone is open, and the people, they come here, and also they are in the same mindset, I would say, and they come to train. Everyone is kind of positive and happy, so that's like all the like good positive things about Thailand, and it's good to be personal trainer, strength conditioning coaching here, because you're able to meet these good, cool people, But then after that, COVID hit. So like we were here for 6 months, something like this, because we came here at the end of September. And then in March, COVID started and all the gyms got closed. And
You came just when COVID, just
so
before COVID started.
6 months. And then Carla was working at Phuket School of Music as a music teacher, piano and singing. And then, like you said, COVID hit. All the gyms. Have you been here when there was a COVID?
Yes, I was in Bangkok.
You were in Bangkok, so you know kind of how it was. All the gyms were closed. Like in Phuket, we were living in Chalong, so we couldn't even. There was a time we couldn't even
go to another
district. But we kind of made it through. Like then, I turned a little bit into online. I picked up some online coaches, online training, and I started setting up online, I would say business, and that worked well during COVID. We've started helping a lot of people around here. Like the parcels we've been doing the gifts for kids and.
Yeah, no, every Christmas, no, you do.
That's still it's right now, but during COVID, so that was again it's a cool story. So maybe talk about that because it's it's a cool story to talk about. There was this little girl. She was staying in our condo with her mom, and her mom was a cleaner, and we thought she lost kind of the job, her mom, and we were like, oh, let's buy something for them, just a little gift and some food and stuff because they were super nice. And then they were amazing. They were happy about it, and then we were like, oh, why not to do something? And now a lot of people are without the jobs here in Phuket because the main thing is tourism. A lot of people left, a lot of tourists left the island, and then I came up with this idea that I will do online programs for people, and then 50% of the money will go to the charity. So we've started buying some food for like people around, like food bags, milk, noodles, rice, things like this. And then one of my good friends, Peter Payon, got involved. He's got a YouTube channel, quite big right now, and he started promoting it on his social media. And then we end up getting like different like donations. And then we've started helping people around. So we almost made, I don't know, like 1 million baht for people around here during COVID.
That's amazing.
So for like almost 2 months, we were going every single day. We were going to different food banks with 200 parcels, 300 parcels. It got bigger and bigger. But that's how we like met a lot of nice people around here. We were helping a little bit Singa Muay Thai, Rawai boxing and stuff. So we made like good friendships with these people, and it was just good to see these people like happy and they're receiving something. Thai people are lovely and they were super thankful. In Europe it's like you will give, I don't know, a toy to a kid sometimes and they're just like, oh, it's just a kid.
I don't like this one.
They want more. It's like it's the alive in Europe, where in Thailand they were like super happy about everything. So there was a restaurant in Chalong where there was like 6 ladies at the time employed. They were working like cooking food and stuff, making like little meals, and we were basically taking them to different food banks. We went to the orphanage, it's called Sunshine, and we brought a lot of like things for kids and furniture and pillows and things like that. So it's all on social media, on Peter's channel, on his YouTube channel, on my Instagram. If you kind of look back, you can see like what we've been doing, and there's a bit of explanation in there as well. And now every Christmas, like you asked, every Christmas we do something for kids. I just like to do something it feels good, if you
but it's something very nice, to do, to help those in need or people that don't have everything we have or something like that.
Exactly. And like I said, especially even the families, they were like just waiting in the queue, just to receive a little bit of rice and food. It was pretty bad. I think at the time the government was helping a lot. So they were going around during COVID time with help for those in need, but we would go to different places around. We had a special permission to leave Chalong and go to Rawai or go towards Phuket town to the poorest areas and stuff. And we would just go there with like full car of like food and stuff. And like you said, it was for about 6 weeks. 6 weeks we did it, and then everything went back to normal kind of thing, And yeah, that's the COVID times in
Yeah.
Phuket, you know.
And when you started, did you already do martial arts before coming to Thailand, or?
So in Poland, like many kids, I used to play football, and I used to play decent level football, and that was my thing. Was like, yeah, I wanted to be a football player and stuff, you know. I was like 16, 17, but then I had a serious knee injury. I twisted my knee, and I had the surgery on my right knee, the ligaments, ACL reconstruction, and then that kind of stopped me from playing football. And then I found that boxing is a little bit, I can still move, I can still train. So I was already like training in the gym. I was getting into like martial arts, I would say, a little bit. And I realized that boxing, when I'm hitting, you know, pads, when I'm doing back work, is not really affecting my knee, and I feel good when I'm doing this, you know. And then I've started studying at Napier Edinburgh University. There was a sport course science, sports science degree, and then there was a boxing club, and there, and again I've started training a little bit more. I was always interested in like fight sports, always like watching movies with Van Damme, you know, kickboxer.
We all did when we were young.
And I think that's why I think Thailand, you know, is like brought us also in here, because, you know, when I saw these movies with when he was in Ayutthaya and all these temples and stuff, you know, and then UFC got popular at the time, and in Scotland and Poland there was, like, even when I was growing up, there was maybe one boxing club in Rzeszów in my hometown. Now there's like 7 or 8 different places. So MMA is growing and everywhere in Poland and in UK and in Thailand. But at the time when I was growing up, it wasn't as popular. But yeah, in Scotland I've started training boxing, then kickboxing a little bit, and then I finished my degree. I don't know how I finished the uni, because there was a language barrier. The first year was difficult, but
you speak very good English.
Yeah. You know,
Oh, well,
I've been
now at least.
I hit the wall. I remember when I came to Edinburgh, Scotland as well, the Scottish accent. I was like, shit, what's going on? What are they talking about? But then, yeah, I've decided, look, I want to do uni, and then I don't want to go back to Poland. At that point, I just like low jobs, like normal, you know, person who moves abroad. But then I've started studying, and then I got really interested in sports science, you know. So like the first year was difficult, second year was a little bit easier, third year I was on fire. I was like, yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to train, I want to coach people. And then I finished like few other courses, qualifications. I got the job, and that's how I end up doing kind of MMA coaching, training, like related to MMA basically, you know. So I wasn't an MMA coach, I wasn't a striking coach. I was just helping those guys in MMA club how to get better, how to get stronger, how to get more powerful.
Strength and conditioning, right?
Yeah.
And
like I was training myself, and then I knew like what they can do, how to improve their game, like what else they can do. And when they've started doing, because there was no really strength conditioning coach, the club was called Headhunters MMA. Decent big club at the time in UK and in the Scottish UK scene. We had fighters competing across UK. And then I realized I've started like doing a little bit of strength conditioning work with those guys. They've started like knocking out people. They were more powerful, they were stronger, they were getting less injuries. And I was really, at that time, I was like really interested in this topic. I was like, how can I make myself better, but also how can I help them? And I see their motivation, their, you know, dedication for training. It was just different than training regular people. You know, there was just different drive from these guys. And but then yeah, I always wanted to come to Thailand, like I said to you before. And yeah, at the time, a lot of people were going to Thailand from Scotland for training camps. And so from England, Michael Bisping in Phuket top team, Chris Cyborg, all these like big names at the time. Were training, and I was like, shit, would be good to come here and learn a little bit more, learn Muay Thai, maybe have a fight, you know, but that didn't happen. Again, there's problems with knees and stuff. And I still think if people are asking me about fighting, you know, it's like, you have to have this in you, you know, to be able to get into this ring or go into the cage and all the preparation and dedication towards the fight. It's a hard graft, hard
very hard.
So people don't realize it's not just like, oh, you're just going to the ring or to the cage and you're just gonna fight, for 3 or 5 rounds, whatever. You really have to work hard to, physically, mentally, like every single aspect, And maybe one day, let's see, but.
But you never know. It took me 16 years to fight in the ring until my first fight, because always work or something.
Yeah.
And something's always in the way. And
something is always in the way. And it's like when I was in top team, I was like, I wanna challenge myself and fight one of the shows around Phuket. I was training really hard for like 5-6 weeks, and then again my knee. Once you have the thing that kind of surgery, there's very few people that can get back properly to the sport.
Yeah.
You have to.
I have a few friends, and after many years, they still struggle a lot.
Yeah.
They have to be very careful, and when they go a bit too much.
Exactly.
Then
it's so easy to do a little bit like too much. Sometimes you can do sparring, and you're like, okay, you're gonna start a little bit easier, but then. One round and second round you get on fire, and then you go a little bit harder, and then 100 kilo, so always it's bigger guys and stuff, so it's never that the punches are heavy,
very heavy.
So and then kicks, and then if there's a problem in with your joints, that's why I know the strength conditioning, the rehab, it's very important, for fight sports, not just the fight sports, but for sports in general,
Yeah. And what was your first impression when you landed in Thailand?
First impression, I remember this today, landing in Bangkok, really hot, because that was the first place was Bangkok.
You came Bangkok first time?
Yeah, Bangkok, because I just wanted to see Bangkok, and straight went to Ayutthaya to visit the temples from kickboxer Jean-Claude Van Damme. I always wanted to see this place, and then I stayed in Bangkok, I think, for 3 or 4 days. Went to Yokkao. Sanchai was training in Yokkao at the time, in Bangkok, and then flew to Phuket. And then I stayed on the Soi, Phuket top team, started training in there, and then, that's just the rest is the history. But the first impression, amazing. Busy, hot, like probably a lot of people feel the same way, like the humidity and heat and the traffic in Bangkok, tuk-tuks, but I loved it. I love the vibe and everything else. Although I don't think I would like to stay in Bangkok, like live in Bangkok. I still much prefer Phuket,
Yeah, I think the same. I lived 3 years in Bangkok, and it's not the nicest place. It's nice for a short holiday or something.
Exactly. Like it's nice for us. It's nice to fly there and stay there maybe for a couple of nights. Go out whenever, but then, in Phuket, you feel like you've got a little bit more freedom, more space. You can just drive the bike. We love the bikes, driving the scooters around, and you just feel good in here.
And what do you think, did you change when you came to Thailand, or?
Definitely, yeah. Like everywhere, I think everywhere you go, you kind of, you change in time, So when I was living in Poland, I was a little bit different guy. When I was living in Scotland, I was a different guy. And now in Thailand, you've got a little bit different point of view on certain things, and what makes me look like you're a little bit more open to the world and to the people, when you travel, anyway, so a lot of people, when they stay in the same country all the time, they have a little bit different life, if that makes sense, but when you travel, you meet different people from around, and you see how different people live and what you're capable of, and how you can, improve your life, how you can live your life. That's amazing, and I think that's what Thailand gives you, like different opportunities. When I moved from Poland, I had like almost nothing. In Scotland, like working this like I said, like this shitty jobs and stuff, just trying to find a way. And my mom passed away when I was 18, so that was one of the reasons as well. I wanted to leave Poland and just go somewhere. I promised her that I'm gonna finish uni, and I did it. So that was like a little achievement I accomplished in there. But then I was always something like missing. I was like, shit, I want to do something. I knew that maybe there's something else than just this. I was quite happy in Scotland by running the gym, and I had a lot of clients. Like I said, doing personal training, working in this MMA club. Then I had my own little place, but I knew that there's something more, and now I see it now, there's always in Thailand, like good business opportunities, job opportunities, good life, the lifestyle, the people, And you can help others and impact others. Like even the COVID situation just showed, I realized that it's good to be able to help people, and that's what I like to do as well, So I was like whole life I just didn't know, like subconsciously, I was coaching people, I was training, helping other people to get better. But it's also nice to do something on a little bit like the other side, like help kids, give them something, give them a little bit of hope, if that makes sense, And I know that you're supporting
Well, you're actually wearing the T-shirt.
There you go. Yeah, that's one of the reasons I bought it, because I was like, yeah, that's a great cause as well, to do something like this.
You were the first person as soon as I posted that T-shirt. I think, you were. I managed to press, post, and you immediately sent me a message.
Yeah.
But
I love things like this,
And what do you think, if you hadn't come to Thailand, or if you hadn't done your sports science degree and stuff, what do you think you would have ended up doing?
Hard to say, Chris, but I think still something related to sport. Yeah.
Maybe a football coach?
Maybe, because that's what my kind of study was. I was doing like sports science, strength conditioning, but I was still thinking about football, But then the more I go into like the MMA scene, and then UFC was getting popular. That was like 15 years ago, something like this, when I graduated. I was like, yeah, I like this. I like this side of the sport, not just the team sports, but yeah. So I think I would do something related to sport, Or I don't know, working with kids. Not so sure. No, I don't know if I could work with kids. I like to spend time with them. I like to do something for them. But coaching them, when I was coaching kids in Scotland, I was like, I was a bit too much. You have to have this. You have to have this in here. My mom used to be a kindergarten teacher, director of the kindergarten. So she was like her whole life. My sister is still laughing that she's like, oh, you got this from your mom. This like doing something for kids, and maybe I don't know.
But some things, you can do some things, and it can be a bit different.
Yeah.
A bit too much, like you said yourself, to teach kids.
To teach kids, you have to have this in you. I think,
if they're all really good, then no problem. But you always have that naughty one that.
Of course, yeah. With adults, again, some people loves it. Some people likes to, teach kids, like school teachers. Again, there's a lot of school teachers in here.
There is actually, yeah.
Yeah, my fiance Carla, she was a school teacher as well. For now, she's teaching from home and singing and teaching piano. Again, kids. So a lot of kids now. She's go around here, Rawai and Chalong. But yeah.
And what is Nak Muay Camp?
So Nak Muay Camp. Again, when you ask me about like changes, again, there's a lot of opportunities in Thailand, and I met two really good guys. We became friends, twins, Peter and Pavel. And Pavel, both of them are Muay Thai MMA fighters. Peter's got his YouTube channel, big right now in Poland. He's got about 1 million, almost 1 million subscribers on YouTube. So it's one of the top like kind of travel fighting related channel on YouTube. And we started, became friends, and then I was like, why not to, organize a camp in Thailand? He wanted to do the same thing, and we were like, let's just combine our forces a little bit and let's do something together, And that was straight after COVID. I knew how camps are cool in Thailand. When I was working in Titan Fitness, that's what I was basically doing. We had a group of people coming over, and I was just helping them as a coach. But there was more to this than just coaching. They were spending time together. They would organize night out in Patong. They would go out together. They would do things together, eat together, and things like this. So we thought, why not to do something like this? Just find a location, find a gym, and then bring people from whenever. Just promote it in the right way and see if it's going to be success. And then we did the first one 3 years ago, I think. About 3 years ago. And we got about 15, 16 people. We were super happy. We did it in Rawai boxing. So we organized the hotel for them, the accommodation, the food. And also we wanted to do something different than just the training. Because a lot of people will come here, they want to train, but also I don't know, you get lactic acid, you wake up one day, you feel like, you're tired or whatever.
Yeah.
Plus, there's, again, the Thailand's got so many things to offer, so we thought...
But I've seen sometimes you go to PP Islands and...
Yeah, so the whole package is basically what we do right now. We've done 16 editions so far, some of them in Rawai boxing and most of them in Bang Tao Muay Thai and MMA. And it's a whole package. So our customers have hotel, 3 meals per day, and they have a boat trip to PP, to Coral Island, big Buddha run, beach training, cool t-shirts from you as well. Those are times, so thanks for that, for sponsoring us and helping us, just to do something, better and so something together. But yeah, it's a whole package. So a lot of people, there's, like, for example, we've got couples coming over, and the guy is training Muay Thai, training MMA, and his girlfriend, she wants to do more like in the touristy stuff, so they can still, they've got a bit of everything, if that makes sense.
So they can get away coming, doing the
yeah.
package, and then there's something for the wife.
So we offer them the full training. They can, have, if they want to train 4 times a day, they can do, 3 or 4 sessions a day, especially in Bang Tao, because they've got a lot of choice in there, a lot of classes. And we run with Thai coaches our own Muay Thai sessions during the camp, and like we offer like small sessions, like small group sessions too, So like I said, it's a whole package. So they get a little bit of everything, and we've got a lot of people coming back. Now it's been like maybe 200 people we had in Thailand, mostly Polish people, but they live, around the world, So we had one Slovakian guy, we had one guy from Denmark actually, but we advertise it more and like through Peter's YouTube channel in Polish. So we've had a lot of fighters from KSW, like high level. We had people they never trained Muay Thai. We've got a lot of messages. Oh, I've never done Muay Thai. What it was like. Yeah, just come over. And now these people are training. They love the sport, and Thailand is amazing for this. The Thai coaches, Thai trainers, their approach is great. So then
So if someone's not Polish, they can also join
of course. So like like when you go for Muay Thai session in here, it's English, Thai English, So it's just of course.
And what about the name? Why Nak Muay Camp? Any meaning or?
Nak Muay is a fighter or warrior, and then camp. So we were just thinking, what name we can do. So then we just came up with this,
That's it, and it's easy, catchy name.
Name.
Even though it is half Thai, the name.
Yeah.
It's still easy to pronounce, even if you're a foreigner.
Exactly. And there's some, there's a meaning behind it, and so I love it. I love Nak Muay Camps. We've got another edition in January 11th, February the 8th, and then March the 30th. So we've got 3 planned for next year.
So you do around 3 a year, 3, 4?
Like mostly in high season. We try to do them in low season, but it's not as busy. Although we had the Polish boxing Olympic team, that was a cool one. That was something extra. So we've organized the whole camp for them. There was only 9 or 10 days they were here, but it was amazing to see their level, like the level of their like fitness and boxing and stuff. It's just completely different. But it's cool that we're able to. Now a lot of people knows about us and Poland, not just in Poland, but now we've got these messages from different coaches, different trainers, different gyms that they want to organize something. And in Poland, MMA scene is big, like we've got KSW and different organizations, so it's quite big. A lot of gyms, a lot of people are training not just Muay Thai, but fight sports.
Yeah. And what's your proudest moment to have done something like Nak Muay Camp?
The proudest moment, I think COVID, the helping kids, that's like, I'm proud of this. In Thailand, we were able to help that many people. And like I said to you, I'll always, think about it. And I would always want to do something like this again. And then Nak Muay Camp, that's again, like big, like success, There's no other, I think, like country out here, so same as us, we bring 30, 40 people at the time. And everyone is like training.
I remember you bring big groups.
We had the biggest one was 44 people. That's almost like too big because it's difficult to organize the hotel and everything else. And when the group is too big, it's just gets a little bit maybe.
Yeah, because that's
too big.
what, at least 30 rooms, right? 40 if some couples or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's at least, that's a lot of rooms.
Yeah,
to
some people
organize.
now even some people wants to come with kids and stuff. So now in Bang Tao they do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu for kids. So that's cool. You know, if there's a couple, if there's a family, they can
And
also
they can
come.
have the kids training as well.
If we
That's
have enough
wonderful.
rooms and like family rooms and stuff. You know, so it's for everyone. Like I said, for for fighters, for amateurs, for couples, for girls, for guys. You know, different age groups we had. Now it's cool because we had the one guy, he came over when he was 15 first time with his grandfather. And another guy, he was 16 first time. They wanted to come. So like young boys, you know, and it was cool to see like how they improved now. They kept training. They both like turning pro right now. They're 18, 19, Kasper and Oliver. So yeah, like really good to see those guys doing their thing, you know. And also like, they both know, just the Oliver fought in Rawai boxing twice. So that's another thing like we can offer if you come to Nak Muay Camp and if you want to challenge yourself, if you're in a good form and we decide, yeah, okay, you're good to go. We can speak with P. Coop from Rawai boxing and be like, look, we've got a fighter, and he's always happy to put someone on the card as well.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, because they do the weekly show.
Yeah.
And in high season, they've got the twice a week.
Yeah. And then obviously you've got Bangla, different stadiums, you know. But, yeah.
And what is the end goal of Nak Muay Camp? You want to keep doing it as a camp? Are you planning to open a gym? Or?
We were thinking about it, but I know how difficult it is don't know exactly how difficult it is to run the gym, you know, but must be difficult too. It's a different
concept,
different model where, but yeah, maybe one day we will. We're talking about it not even long ago. It will be good to have our own place or own space and just run the classes and stuff. But we would have to be busy,
But I guess it's also nice because you have a bit of freedom now, right? Sometimes you said you're in Rawai boxing camp.
Yeah.
Sometimes Bang Tao.
Exactly, and I've got other little things I'm working on at the moment, you know. So it's like once you have a gym, once you run the gym, you have to be really, really committed to this, you know, where not just coaching but running the gym. Well, you're gonna have your own place, or is it open yet? Or
very soon, yeah. But it's going to be more studio gym than anything else, and for myself to get back in shape.
Yeah.
So, because I didn't realize how long it takes, you know, when I go to another gym to train, it takes many hours out of my day.
Of course.
If I train in my own gym where my office is right next door, I can take a shower.
Amazing, yeah.
Quickly go get back to work, or I can work while I'm waiting to take a shower, you know.
Maybe we can train together.
Yeah, for sure. You have to come.
Good, yeah, for sure.
100%.
So when do you think?
I think around December.
December. Okay.
December. I'm just waiting. The gym's pretty much finished. I'm just waiting for the last license, and I'm good to go. One day I'll have it all set up because now it's just canvas and boxing ropes and.
But sometimes that's what you need, you know. If you just sometimes the minimum is what you need, you know. A lot of people.
There's gonna be, you know, it's gonna. I've got a jacuzzi. I asked you the other day because I want to get a proper ice bath. Now I just have a normal tub, but I want to get a proper ice bath.
There you go. We can talk about it as well.
And then I've got I've got 12 heavy bags. You know, there's more than big gyms have. You know,
nice.
It's gonna be small, but every centimeter has been studied for maximum.
Any weights or just
some free weights as well. There's gonna be an area with free weights. There's gonna be assault bikes. There's gonna be rowing machines. Very compact, but I'm gonna try and fit everything I need and to make, you know, the ultimate training place.
Perfect. Good stuff.
And then at the end of the day, it's used for my social media for my
for
brand,
different things. Yeah, nice one. Yeah, I see Rise growing so fast. It's amazing to see it. You know, how many shops have you got right now?
Three shops, three official shops, and then I also have in another place.
Amazing, yeah.
And soon more.
Yeah, I remember when you started. It was like Rawai boxing. You started like helping other gyms and like sponsoring them a little bit. Yeah,
and more and more.
Good stuff.
And how do you describe yourself as in coaching? What sort of?
So like I said to you at the start, you know, I'm always interested in making someone better. If I have I'm not gonna even say a fighter, you know, if I have a person listen to their goals, and then we try to make it right. So if I see, for example, let's talk about if I've got a fighter who's lacking power, we work on the things we know that they can, make him or her hit harder, punch harder. And there are different ways. There's different methods out here. When you go on Google, you type in exercise for power. There's so much shit out there. So I try to keep it quite simple. Because again, basics are the key. That's how I think. You need to do proper strength training, plyometrics, speed training, and then you're kind of good to go. A little bit of mobility, and yeah, just keep sparring, keep training, keep doing your actually sport. Because a lot of people will focus on weights and then
they forget about training.
Yeah. So if you're a football player, you have to play football. You're a basketball player. How you can get better in basketball? Throw this ball to the
Hoop, yeah.
Yeah, so it's the same with fighting, punch, do bag work, do sparring, do pad work, do all the stuff related to the sport, and then on top of this do a little bit of strength conditioning, make a plan, do strength, like you said, plyometrics, mobility, speed, and then you're gonna improve no matter what. If someone is doing these things and then you've got another fighter who doesn't, just doing, although you see like John Jones or other, like before he wasn't even, I think, doing any strength training, then like some or like Anderson Silva.
But some people are just born with it.
Yeah, exactly. So then, but in most cases, yeah, you should do strength conditioning, I would say, and then for regular person, it's a little bit different, because then obviously different people have different goals. Weight loss, fat loss, muscle build. So again, it just depends what they want. I try to help them as much as I can with a little bit of science, a little bit of practice. Try to explain things for them so it's simple. It's not too complicated, about what should I do in the gym. Because again, sometimes you go and you see this people writing the notes and like everything is like kind of step by step. But at the end of the day, you have to enjoy what you do, and that's some people like running. Yeah, just do running, and then do maybe weights on top of that. If you like and do boxing, go and do yoga. It's just to, again, we're talking about regular people. Just something to get you going. You shouldn't maybe be so specific about your training. Just do it. Just be consistent about it.
And what type of people do you think you prefer coaching? Fighters or fitness? Or
well, I like fighters because, like I said to you again at the start, that the motivation and dedication is already there. Like they are sometimes like before me in the gym. They are asking me when we train. Like, I even tell them, you have to slow down because
you need a rest.
You need a rest, yeah. So fighters in this aspect, and it's more interested for me because I can learn from it too. But for regular people, if I've got good clients, it's also amazing, to improve somebody and just to see the changes. I had clients even back in Scotland. I remember I had this guy. He was in his 40s and he was on like different medication, heart problems and this and that. And he was like, I just want to get back to like the training. He had like few different injuries and got busy with work, how it is. And then just put a lot of weight on. And in Europe, like everywhere, it's like you just go to the doctor and they just give you, prescribe you medication for this and that. But you don't really fix the problem. And how I just, when I work with them, I try to say to them, look, just try to change this, focus on your diet a little bit more. Do this, whatever, walking, do whatever you like to do through the week. Try to stay consistent, do the training, and then your whole life will improve, if you're gonna start doing to what I say. And then, he was like off the medication after maybe like 2-3 months training with me. He was like, oh, I'm not taking this anymore. I'm not, his everything improved. And then he told me, he was like, I remember he had like tears in his eyes. He was like, oh, I can now play football with my son. Thanks for that. So that was quite cool, and I've got people like this, I had older clients and they're like 60s, 70s, and, it's just to be able to accommodate some sort of training and not to injure them, that's a kind of skill. So yeah, okay, you'll get this person to do squats and whatever, like deadlift, something, but then you need to make sure that they won't end up injured, because that's, again, it's a big
can
thing.
Be dangerous at the end.
Yeah, like I'm like dangerous to myself when I train. Like now my knee is hurting again. Everything was fine. I was training for like five 6 weeks like properly. I think I just pushed too hard, and it's easy to do it. But when you're in this swing and this, when you train more, you want to train more. You feel good, So it's almost like addictive.
That's sometimes what happens. It can be so addictive that you overdo yourself.
Yeah.
I know the last few times that I've started training, I overdid it so much because I started feeling good, and I'm like,
exactly.
Oh fuck, I want to train more and more, and then then I probably go 20 steps back.
Exactly. And for everyone, the rest is important, sleep, like everything. So yeah, obviously training, it's super important, but then is your nutrition, is your recovery, it's the, maybe the supplements you're taking, like all these things like play a big role, how you're managing your stress. Everything. It's important.
And when you help people, do you also help them with supplements and stuff like that?
Yeah, so I do. I'm not, there's a lot of experts out there, they know their thing. So if I'm, I'm not going to call myself, I'm like nutritionist, that you give me your blood readings and I will be, because I don't want to, like some people do it, but it's fake. Like they don't even know what they are talking about. That's how I see it. There's a lot of coaches out here that they will give you, hundreds of supplements and advice about this and that, but they, they can maybe even, you don't really need it in most cases, or they can even, hurt you by, giving you these different things. But yeah, I help with like supplements and diet, so I'll help them on like a basic level. But then if they need a little bit more help, I've got other people I know I kind of work with, so then I'll send them to these guys, and then they know what they are talking about, because again, it's a huge topic, like reading the blood and the hormones and all this stuff, it's completely different game.
Yeah, and every person's different as well.
Every person is different. Yeah. Same with training, like some people, for some people deadlifts are good, for the other person, not really. We need to find the exercises that they'll make you stronger, make you better, but you're gonna be able to function, for days after this. Yeah. Or you want, the history or the injury history. That's also important. I know myself because of this knee, and I had a little bit of problems with my back. I know some of the exercises maybe I shouldn't do, and also if I've got someone with knee problems, I know quite a lot because I've been through this
experience. That's number one.
My own, and then a little bit of science behind it too. So I know how to help these people, maybe even more than some of the physios. Don't want to sound too.
But it happens, when you've had an injury like that yourself, then you kind of become an expert on it because you try and fix yourself the best way so you don't go through that pain.
Yeah. And if you know a little bit behind it, how the body works and what you should do and what supplements you should use to get back to your whatever sport, your game faster, then it's good.
And what is a typical day for you?
Typical day for me, like today, for example, I love ice baths. I have an ice bath at home, so I wake up and I jumped in the ice bath. Not every single day, I'm not gonna say, but it's a big thing for me at the moment. I've been doing ice baths again, it's another topic. Yeah, anyway, jump in the ice bath, then I'll have coffee, go to the gym, train people. I've got two or three clients usually every morning, and then back home where I'll train myself. Sometimes I'll train in the morning if I don't have anyone for PTs, and then I will just do my stuff on the laptop. So I've got more than 9 clients. I have like a couple of things I'm working on at the moment, which is ice baths and motorbike tours, Nak Muay Camp. So there's a little bit of admin stuff related to the stuff I do. And then if I feel like I'll go for another session in the afternoon, Muay Thai or boxing or another weight session. Usually I do like 3 weight sessions a week, 3, 4 sometimes, and then 2, 3 Muay Thai, or the other way. If I feel like I want to train a little bit more Muay Thai or boxing, I'll go and I'll hit pads, I'll do the back work.
And do you do any football?
No. Like even like Muay Thai, see, like I'm 100 kilo. Like if I push with like Muay Thai sessions, I can feel it in my joints and stuff. So like weights are fine, I like doing weights and I feel good afterwards. But sometimes if I push too hard with Muay Thai, I'm like, oh shit, that shoulder is sore, the knee is sore, the ab is sore. So you have to find the like kind of balance, But I still like train 4, 5, 6, 7 times a week, depend on the week how I feel. If I feel I need a little bit longer rest, I'll have a rest, 2-3 days, and then I'll get back. But I know how training is important, how training is good for my body, for everyone's body. So I try to do something, at least something every day. You know, I'm not a huge fan of long cardio, walking, and cycling and stuff like that. So it's more, like I said, go do 6-8 rounds on back work, maybe hit some pads, train with my friends, and then go to the gym, lift weights, assault bikes, things like this for like intensity.
Yeah,
it's also quite good. Tiring. You want to give up, but yeah, you just have to keep going.
And tell me a bit more about the ice baths.
So the ice baths.
What is that?
Yeah, so the ice baths, it's a new project. Basically, when after COVID, I wasn't sure if I should work for somebody else, find another gym to work at and stuff. And at the time, I already had some clients training with me, and I decided to open my own company. And then I was able, through the company, to sell sport goods too. So sports equipment, ice baths related to this. So we set up the company, and now we've got 10 ice baths in Phuket. We've got the storeroom, and we bring them in here. And great products. Like I said, it's amazing what it does to your body, to your mood. Again, I'm not a scientist, so I'm not gonna talk too much about it. You can read, you can go on ChatGPT, and they'll give you all the kind of benefits, but I know what it does to me. I feel better. Even before the podcast, I was like, shit, I'm gonna jump in the ice bath just to get me on fire a little bit. Like, you go in there, when you've got a lot of, that's how I see it. When you've got a lot of things in your head, like a little bit of stress or pressure, you go inside, and then you wanna give up. You just want to, go for 10 seconds, and you want to go out. But then you just stay there and stay, and then you breathe. You stay there for 3 minutes, 5 minutes. I like about 9-10 degrees Celsius, the temperature of the water. And then you stay in there, and then you feel better afterwards. Like, everything else seems to be a little bit easier. And back in Scotland, even, I remember I was following Wim Hof, and I used to do cold showers. He's kind of world famous for cold plunge, and he's doing his retreats related to cold plunge therapy and ice baths, and I knew it worked. And here you've got Ton Mai, you've got different places around. And before I used to go and use the ice baths in there, but then I made a good friend, and then there's a couple of us in this project, and we decided why not to bring ice baths to Phuket. There's a lot of gyms, a lot of villas, a lot of people with good money in here, and I was like, maybe it's going to be a good market to push with this, and it is. It was slow at the start. I wasn't sure if it's going to work or not, but now I can see the light in the tunnel. We've sold some of them in the last few weeks even, so yeah, it's a good product.
What's the name of the company?
Bison Ice Baths. Bison Ice Baths. I like the bison, yeah. Bison, there you go, almost bison. But yeah, Bison Ice Baths, and the cool thing about them, they are with the chillers inside, so you don't need to order
ice.
No, you just set up the there's an application on your phone. You set up the temperature of the water.
Oh, you can do it on your phone.
Yeah. You can do it manually on the actual chiller or on the phone. And then for example, you go to the gym in the morning. You set up right 11 o'clock. I want to have the water to be 5 degrees or 6 degrees. You come back, filters, and the water is cool. So it's a great product. You don't need to order ice, and the water is always clean. So if it's a small gym, for example, it's a good thing to have. And maybe not for really busy place, because you have to maintain it and stuff.
Change the water and
it's
stuff.
More, I would say, personal or for a quieter place. I would say a hotel or something. But yeah, it's I love it, and I know we've got great reviews from people around here. They bought the ice bath from us, and they love it. So.
And do you only bring ice baths or other gym equipment?
For now, ice baths. I just wanted to focus on one thing. Maybe next time we're gonna bring the inflatable ones as well, because a lot of people ask. Again, a lot of people are living in condos in here, or they have apartments, and that our ice bath is quite big. It's 260 kilos, and then if you put water inside, like 800 liters of water, it becomes heavy.
That's not to put in your condo.
Yeah, no, well, I had one guy in Hawaii, he asked me, oh, Sham, I really want the ice bath in my place. I was like, yeah. So I've learned as well, because before we were like trying to like sell it to whoever we can. But now we need to speak with the customer if the actually place is good enough, if there's enough space to move it. And then he was staying like close to
Hawaii.
And
if it can support it.
Yeah.
Because if it's on a balcony, that can be a bit dangerous.
Level, I was like, mate, it's a 1 ton, So I don't think it's good enough for your place. So yeah, we want to bring the inflatable ones. Also with the chillers. The chillers will like play a big role, because again, you don't have to order ice, you just...
Oh, so the plastic ones with the chiller.
You can attach chiller to it, like put it on the side. Because those ones, the big ones, are with the chillers like almost like built in. You can remove it, but it's like
it's inside, yeah.
Inside the ice bath, and it's for 1, 2 people, or even for 2 people. So it's big and inside, and yeah, like you said, it's great product. For fighters as well. When you've got all the injuries, that's how I see it. So the mood, or the stress levels, this aspect. It's one thing, but also for muscle recovery, it's also really good, like the sauna and the ice bath. There's a lot of research. Joe Rogan was talking about it. Garrett Breca, like he's like world famous now through Dana White, like sport scientist. And he talks about cold plunge therapy, like how good it is. But
it is really nice. I've tried it quite a few times, and every time it just feels so nice.
You feel refreshed.
I'm not a sauna person, but ice bath, 100%.
Yeah. And again, in here we always hot. That's how I see it as well. I like
it's a sauna 24/7.
I can feel the aircon in here. I don't know what the temperature you've got. But yeah, we like to, and then it's good to like just to cool down our body after Muay Thai session. Again, some people are saying it's good to do it before or after. Again, I'm not an expert. I just like to use it for my own like well-being and stuff.
Do you like to do it before or after?
I like after. Like in the morning. Like again, you have to like motivate yourself to do it in the morning. You wake up, and then sometimes I'm just like shit, because it's cold. You don't want to go there. But I know the feeling afterwards, so I force myself to do it. But afterwards, I can do it. And when you come back from the gym and you're like warmed up, especially after Muay Thai, when you were sweating a lot, it's the best thing you can do.
I don't know why, but myself, it's easier for me to get in before. Mm-hmm. After training, I don't know. It's too much contrast for me.
There you go. Yeah,
I feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, I was reading somewhere that like your heart rate goes up so quickly, and that's why it's so good for like cortisol levels. Just goes up, and then slowly it goes down. So that's why you start to feel good afterwards. But yeah, like I said, I try to use it 4, 5, 6 times a week. Sometimes when I can, almost every day. And it's good. It's really good. And not just for me. I put Carla in there as well. I was like, Carla, go in there. She's like, no, I don't want to do it. I was like, no, I jump in, And a lot of my clients, a lot of my friends as well, they've started using it and they feel the benefits. So I know it's good. I know it's...
And do you have them anywhere that people can try them, like in a gym or?
There will be one place. So we've sold to Kokeo. The place is called Soho Pool Club. On the way to like past Phuket town, the guys got a little complex, and he bought 2 actually, and he's gonna have a sauna in there, the ice bath. So
nice.
So one in there. We've sold one to Pattaya for the veteran center, Heroes. I don't remember the name of the company, but yeah. So that one's gonna go in November, and there. So again, they are building like a whole recovery center for war veterans. Saunas, massage, gym, and then the ice bath. So it's this, and then the private locations, private villas and stuff. We'll see. There's a few different ways we can do in terms of marketing, but the problem with, again, what I've learned, I thought it's going to be a little bit easier, is to move them because they are so heavy and they are in big crates.
At 260, my God. And then the crate, that's probably 300.
Yeah, 300. So like you can remove the chiller and you can remove the lid from the top, and it's still about like 200 kilos. So you need like at least 4 or 5 people to move it from place to place, or you have to have a forklift, to move it. So we were thinking we're gonna rent them from place to place, but again, it's just a little bit too much hassle. We might bring another model next time I need to look into it, but definitely we're gonna keep bringing the ones we've got, the big ones. Because again, if someone's got a beautiful house, pool villa, and if someone likes fitness, or even if they don't, you know, it's still a good thing to have, you know.
To have, yeah.
Put you beside a swimming pool. Like one of my good friends, he's got a little, like, really cool setup. He's got the ice baths, he's got his own sauna, swimming pool. So he'll train in the morning, then he'll go back, set up the sauna, steam room, ice bath, and then, you know, that's his morning. Like,
and then he's
ready
morning for the day.
Yeah.
And what about, you mentioned, and I've seen a bit on Instagram and stuff, you're going to be doing a motorbike trip or something?
Yeah, so that's another thing. I think because I'm doing Nak Muay camps and I organize this, I see what people like. So it's not just the training, but see a little bit of Thailand, especially if you've been here before. You know what Thailand's like and you want to maybe explore a little bit more. And I know how Phuket gets busy in high season, not even high season, now in low season. The traffic is crazy, you know, when you go from, let's say, from here to Bang Tao. I thought to myself, why not to organize a training, but it's related with driving motorbikes and south part of Thailand. So to do this, I had to get Thai company on board because like foreigners can't be tour guides, and my work permit is that I bring people for the training camps across Thailand from Europe, and I organize sports seminars and the training camps. But I got this Thai tour operator on board, which is quite cool. So we've got all the licenses, the insurance related to that. And I want to start on December 1st, small group, 8, maybe 10 scooters. Because I think bigger group will be too hectic to handle it. And yeah, we're just going to drive from Phuket all the way to Panga, from Panga to Khao Sok National Park. Have you been there? Or
No, not yet.
Beautiful. One of my favorite places in Thailand. So Khao Sok National Park, and then from Khao Sok all the way to Krabi, stay in Krabi for 2 nights, and then come back to Phuket. Because when you pass Phuket Bridge, it's just the roads are amazing, and I think, you know, if someone knows how to drive the bike. So again, it's not maybe for first timers in Thailand, because of the driving, and you need to know how to drive the bike and stuff. Maybe for people they live in Thailand, not even Phuket, but in Bangkok, and they want to escape a little bit, they want to come and do something like this. It's a cool thing to do, and yeah, we're just gonna organize everything for them, from the bikes. If they don't have their own bike, we'll provide the bikes. We've got a company as well for that. Like I said, the insurance, hotels.
So if someone has their own bike, they can
can do it too.
Yeah,
they can do it. And then the hotels on the way, 3 meals per day, the training, so a little bit of workouts.
I might have to join you.
Yeah, why not? Man, it's so cool. Like, especially Panga is beautiful in there. We want to see some of the waterfalls and caves, and then train a little bit, do some pads. Like in Krabi, there's a Kunsweg Muay Thai. So I want to take people in there for a Muay Thai session.
That gym looks really, really cool.
Yeah,
the views of that gym, my God.
Exactly. You know, so again, like Thailand is not just Phuket. You know, like we've traveled a bit. Like we went to different places around Thailand, and I know that there's so many cool places we can go to. And like I said, Panga, the nature in there, and everything else. Khao Sok, beautiful national park. It's amazing, stunning. So then we plan to stay in there for 2 nights, do the lake tour. Canoeing, things like this, you know, rafting, bamboo rafting, and then spend like good time with cool people, and then drive down to Krabi, and Krabi train Muay Thai, see Muay Thai fights, see the night market, maybe go for some beers, you know, in Krabi. Maybe don't drive after the beers, but
but I guess that's why you're staying 2 nights. Then you can drink.
2 nights. Go to Riley Beach as well. Beautiful. I don't know. Mortal Kombat was filming there and Riley Beach. Do you know?
What? That was in Riley Beach.
Riley Beach. I didn't even know. Someone messaged me. Was like, "Shit, that's the place when they filmed Liu Kang and Kitana fight." I was like, "Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's in Riley Beach." You know. So yeah, just stay in Krabi and then drive back and see the summit viewpoint. Again, another beautiful location. And like I said, I've been there many times, so I know the roads. I know where to go and where to take them. So I think, I don't know, could be a cool project. Let's see. For now, I've got 2 people signed up. Like I said, I've got 8 spots in December 1st, and then if it's gonna be successful, I'm gonna keep going with this. You know. like every couple of months. Then maybe something else gonna come up from this.
Well, for sure, you're always, making new projects. So maybe you'll have something else.
Exactly. And I've seen something like this up in Chiang Mai, Chiang Rai. They do this like big bike tours where I want to do a little bit different way. So it's like you can drive scooter 150 or 300, 350. It's not really long distances. So again, like from here to Panga is about 140 kilometers, 150. So again, it's like maybe 2-hour drive with little stops. So it's not too crazy, if that makes sense. It's not like a tour where you spend 8 hours on the bike. You just go from place to place, visit cool places, train a little bit, spend time with good people, and then move to the next place.
And what about, I wanted to ask you a bit, just some last few questions of today. A bit about Thailand. At the end of the day, we are in Thailand.
Yeah, of course.
Well, as you just told me, you like to travel a bit Thailand and stuff. And what do you like most about Thailand? Do you like the culture? Any food you like?
Chris, I think it's like all of us, if we live here, and that's how I think why we love Thailand is the culture of Thai people, how open they are, how nice they are. We feel safe, friendly, so it's this, the freedom, when you can jump on a bike and drive around, and you've got checkpoints and stuff like that, but you just kind of get used to it. You get your license and you're fine, so it's all this. Be able to train outside. I love to train outside, and I remember when I went on holidays to Scotland and Poland not that long ago, I was like, shit, I'm not even sweating in this gym, I was like, I don't like to train indoor anymore. I don't like to wear shoes, just bare feet and flip-flops, and just be able to do Muay Thai. Meet cool people as well, like-minded people, like open a little bit more to everything else. The life is a little bit different than in Europe. That's what I like as well. Don't know how to explain you. There's something about Phuket, don't know about Thailand.
Well, I think it's Thailand, right? Thailand and Phuket, and everyone that comes here wants to come back.
What about you? What do you like? What's your point of view? Is it similar or?
I think it's similar. First time I came to Thailand, I knew I was going to end up working and living here at some point. I didn't know when. It took 3 years, then I made it come true. And since then, I've pretty much been living here.
There you go.
And what piece of advice what's the best piece of advice you've ever received, you think, in your career? And
just, it's a big question, but just to keep going, don't give up, and it's like you'll have hard times in your life, you'll have good times. When you've got good times in your life, try to enjoy it. Don't complain too much, just try to enjoy it. When you've got hard times in your life, you'll know that those times will pass, and something better, something else is gonna happen for you. And just appreciate small things, maybe. Sometimes we forget about this and we look at the bigger picture. We want this, we want that, but just focus on these little things. Be cool to people, things like this.
And any advice you want to give to people?
Yes, there you go. I jumped from this to that. Just again the same thing. I think the advice I got, and just be cool to others.
Should people come and jump on a plane and come to Thailand?
Of course, Thailand, definitely. That's why one of the reasons I wanted to do this podcast is just so maybe I can inspire younger people. They were me 10 years ago. They were not sure what to do, and you have to just make a decision, make a choice. It might work for you, it might not, but then you're gonna get out of your comfort zone. You're gonna move to the new country. You're gonna have to learn how to get your things together, but then that's how I think you're growing, and that's how you're gonna improve. Just be good to other people, loyal to your close friends, your family, look after them. And then everything else is gonna, I think, follow into the right path. But that's don't want to sound too cliche, but that's how I feel,
Perfect. And for the last question of today, who do you think we should bring next to the podcast?
Next to the podcast, there's a few people, in mind. I think I've got a few really good friends. Mr. Woody from Bang Tao, one of the strength conditioning coaches. He was the guy who helped me a little bit in here at the start. Because again, when I was coming to Phuket, I was like, shit, what am I gonna do? Where am I gonna stay? And I knew we met in Tiger Muay Thai, and until now we're friends. So I remember I was messaging him. I was like, shit, I got the job offer in Titan Fitness, you know. And he was like, yeah, just take it, you know. It's great in here, you know. I was like, I'm not sure, you know. I've got my gym in there, and I'm quite happy. I was like, no, just, you know, make it. So, and then another advice: if someone's gonna message me, I would say the same thing. Just try to do it. Just come for like 6 months, and then see if it's working for you, you know. But at least you're trying, you know. So yeah, Woody, James Keelan, another cool guy.
Well, we'll have to tag them for sure.
Yeah.
When we post the video.
Exactly.
But anyway, thank you so much for coming and trusting me to come, even though you know that it's one of my first podcasts.
Yeah, same as me, you know. So there we go. Good stuff. Yeah.
And anyway, we hope to see you soon, and we hope all your projects keep pushing. And I guess people can look up Nak Muay Camp or your bison ice baths or the trips as well.
There's a few things on, and
yeah. Well, perfect.
Good stuff.
Thank you again very much.
Thank you so much, Chris. Thank you for having me.
And we'll see you next time.
Brilliant. Well done.
Thank you everyone for watching Ride Podcast, and we will see you next Wednesday.